Welcome back to Euro Football Daily for this week's edition of Euro Transfer Talk, where despite the lack of actual football, the continental transfer rumours and gossip are still flying around. As ever, get your rumours into me at Tanguy Critchley or at EFD Squad with the hashtag TransferTalk. And don't forget to subscribe to Euro Football Daily and hit the bell so you never miss a video. Let's get into it. We kick off this week's roundup with the latest transfer news concerning Barcelona, and boy is there a lot of it. News emerged at the end of March that the Blaugrana were planning a shock move for Spurs' Tanguy Ndombele, who has endured a nightmare debut campaign in North London. And now Ligue claim that Ndombele will look for another club if things don't improve in the final months of the 1920 campaign, whenever those might be. The 23-year-old midfielder, bought from Lyon for a club record €60 million last summer, has struggled with injury this term, missing multiple games with groin and hamstring issues. And when he has played, he has struggled to hit his Lyon heights, with consistent criticism over a perceived lack of work rate. And what's more, Ndombele was at the centre of a media storm last week after his manager Jose Mourinho flouted government guidelines to take the Frenchman on a private training session near his North London home. With Spurs 7 points off the Champions League places with 9 games to go, perhaps a bid from Barcelona would be enough to persuade the prodigy to cut his losses and move to Spain. But that isn't the only news concerning the 5-time European champions. According to Sport, they are still interested in signing Juventus' 26-year-old forward Federico Bernardeschi. The Fiorentina Academy graduate played at least 22 league games in each of Juve's 2 previous Scudetto triumphs. But the return of Gonzalo Higuain last summer and Sarri's preference for a 4-3-1-2 formation has limited Bernardeschi to under 800 league minutes this term, contributing 0 goals in the process. With Barcelona having got close to signing him in January, it should be fairly straightforward to land the 24-capped Italy international. As we mentioned last week, Barcelona's top targets remain Lautaro Martinez and Neymar, but they have started to look elsewhere in case they can't land the duo. Reports in Spain claim that one name they are considering is none other than 23-year-old Bayern Munich winger Kingsley Coman, who could be available for as little as €70 million. But we want to know, if you were on the Barcelona board, who would you target? Ndombele, Bernardeschi or Coman? Vote in the poll above and let us know your reasoning in the comments below. We take a trip north now from Barcelona to London, where Chelsea are rumoured to be considering selling one of their best players this summer. N'Golo Kante, bought from Leicester City for just €36 million in July 2016, has proved himself to be an absolute bargain, playing a crucial role in Chelsea's Premier League, FA Cup and Europa League triumphs since. But having just turned 29 and having missed 14 games with injury this term, meaning he only ranks 9th for league minutes in Chelsea's squad, the Blues are supposedly considering cashing in on the World Cup winner this summer. Calcio Mercato claims that a €90 million fee, almost 3 times the amount Chelsea paid on a player who has made 164 appearances for the club, should be enough to land him. But the same publication argues that fee is out of reach for Juventus, who are expected to lead the race to sign him, meaning that Real Madrid or PSG are his most likely destinations. With Kante still putting in 4.9 tackles and interceptions, 1.6 key passes and 1.4 dribbles per 90, it might seem crazy to sell him this summer. But with the emergence of Billy Gilmour and fine form of Mateo Kovacic, if a monster bid was to come in for the now injury-prone Kante, perhaps Chelsea should consider. What do you guys reckon though? Can Lampard's side afford to lose their man? Let us know in the comments below. We stay in England now and take a trip to the current Premier League champions Manchester City, where there is expected to be plenty of turnover this summer. Having lost 7 league games already, 1 more than in the previous 2 seasons combined, and conceded 31 league goals, 8 more than in 2018-19, it's clear that Pep's side need major defensive surgery this summer. And whilst they have been linked with a move for Inter Milan's Lautaro Martinez in recent weeks, their first defensive addition seems to be falling into place. The Daily Express have reported this week that the citizens are considering a bid, rumoured to be north of €30 million, for Marseille's Boubacar Kamara. The 20-year-old Frenchman has been a key part of Lom's renaissance this season under Andre Villas-Boas, with the coastal club currently second and on for their best finish since 2012-13. The Marseille-born centre-back has missed just 4 league games and matched 4.2 tackles and interceptions per 90 with over 50 passes per game at close to an 86% pass completion rate. With Laporte struggling with injury and Otamendi and Stones with their form, Kamara could be one of two centre-backs that the four-time Premier League winners recruit this summer. The only issue, well, West Ham have scouted the youngster continuously throughout the season, and Zinedine Zidane is said to be a known admirer. Pep needs to strike, and fast. Next, we turn our attention to the Spanish capital, where Atletico Madrid are determined to hold on to their Ghanaian star Thomas Partey. The 26-year-old has played a big part in Los Rojiblancos' success over the last 5 years, coming through their youth academy to make over 100 La Liga appearances for Simeone's side. This season, he has been particularly impressive, with his no-nonsense defensive displays in the middle of the park, making him one of the standout players in what has been a difficult campaign for Atleti. Unsurprisingly, his performances have gained attention from clubs all across Europe, leading to persistent rumours he could depart the Wanda Metropolitano. Italian giants Roma are the latest outfit linked with the Ghanaian international, joining Inter Milan, Arsenal and Man United. What makes the deal even more plausible is the fact he has a €50 million release clause in his contract, which in this day and age is not a huge price to pay for a quality midfielder. However, according to AS in Spain, Atletico are determined to change that. Los Colchoneros are gearing up to offer Partey a new bumper long-term deal, with his current contract set to expire in 2023. Not only that, they want to double his release clause, hopefully killing off any interest from outside parties. Whether Partey wants to leave his boyhood club remains to be seen, but anyone interested in his signature had better get to work soon, or risk paying a heavy price in the future. But guys, we want to hear from you. If you were Thomas Partey, what would you do? Stay at Atleti, join Roma, Arsenal or Man United, or somewhere else? Let us know in the comments below. While Partey looks set to be staying in the Spanish capital, one player who appears almost certain to leave it is Real Madrid playmaker James Rodriguez. It's hard to pin down where on earth it went wrong for the Colombian. Having lit up the 2014 World Cup in Brazil, he sealed a dream move to Los Blancos, where arguably he's one of their best players in the 14-15 season, managing a ridiculous 13 goals and 13 assists in La Liga alone. However, things would go downhill from there. New boss Zinedine Zidane relegated him to the bench, and a positive 2-year loan spell with Bayern Munich proved not enough to secure a permanent deal in Bavaria. This means that the 28-year-old is once again in the cold at Real Madrid despite entering his best playing years. But in 2020-2021, that could be about to change. Everton had been linked with the South American for a while, though according to Il Giornale, they have now entered advanced negotiations to bring him to Goodison Park. A few years ago, it would seem absolutely ridiculous to link James with the Toffees, but with Carlo Ancelotti at the helm, this is a deal that could really happen. The two worked well together at Madrid and later Bayern, and it's no secret that the Italian was desperate for the attacking midfielder to join him while at Napoli. Everton are no strangers to spending big in the market, and with Gylfi Sigurdsson flopping this season, a new playmaker is exactly what they need. His contract in Madrid expires at the end of 2020-21. Meaning that they could get a good deal, especially with super agent George Mendes leading negotiations. Mendes has reportedly also spoken to Juventus and Man United. But if anyone can get the best out of James, it is without doubt Ancelotti. What a coup this would be. Keeping in La Liga and to an extent with Real Madrid as well. Whilst Rodriguez is on the way out, they are looking to bring in Valencia winger Ferran Torres. 20-year-old is currently experiencing a breakthrough campaign at the Mestalla, having made 20 starts already this season, double the amount he has made since his club debut in 2017. But should Los Blancos want to bring him to the Bernabeu, they have to fend off competition from both Borussia Dortmund and Liverpool. And it does look like the front runners are in fact Dortmund, who are putting together a bid believed to be worth around €40 million to secure the youngster, whose deal with Valencia is due to expire next summer. This leaves Los Che in a very difficult position, faced with having to cash in on a future star, without Torres realising his full potential with his hometown club. But despite back-to-back fourth place finishes, Valencia currently find themselves scrapping just to feature in the race for the Europa League this season, and the guarantee of a move to a Champions League club for Torres would likely be enough to turn his head. And if he was to go to Dortmund as a potential Jadon Sancho replacement, Torres would get the first team football he'd miss out on in Liverpool or Madrid. So guys, that was Euro transfer talk for another week. What did you guys think of our rundown? Do you see any of these moves happening? Let us know in the comments down below. I hope you're all keeping well, staying safe and sane. Don't forget to wash your hands and subscribe to the channel, of course, and I'll see you next time. Bye!